here, but first we need to talk about some other problems. It's not just Grand Rapids that is dealing with a lot of issues right now. There are a lot of communities that are downstream from here and communities that are upstream from here. The one I'm talking about right now is Lowell. The river there expected to crest tomorrow morning. City leaders essentially shutting down the entire town now, asking people to stay out. Lowell Power and Light says that it may need to cut power to the east half of the city because a transformer may go underwater and they'll have to shut it down before it blows. And look at this map. There's only one river crossing still open tonight in Lowell. Both the M21 and Jackson Street bridges are closed as of this hour. Well, 24-hour News 8's Steve Kelso was in the middle of all the action as it was happening today. And let me tell you, there was a lot of action going on. Steve?
There was a lot of action going on here in Lowell, Brett, but first I want you to check this out. We're standing along the Flat River. We've seen it rise over a foot in the last 24 hours. And if you're familiar with this area, you know it ain't supposed to look like this. Now look down the streets of Lowell. There's almost a carnival-like atmosphere. People have been coming out all day to check things out here. Police asking you to stay out of here if you can. But in the midst of all this, while everybody was sandbagging and cleaning up and getting ready for what was coming, there was a very real emergency situation.
Just after 3 p.m. and we were there when rescue crews, already stretched to their limits, had to save a terrified Harley Kaminsky from her failed kayak trip.
All right, let's get her all the way up.
They were not amused.
You realize how incredibly stupid that was going in there now?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, city crews and volunteers worked to save the Hudson Street Bridge, the last remaining route over the Grand.
Is it going to hold?
Sure. Think positive.
They said, what, another 4 more hours?
At Gary's Country Meats on Main, the threat is not water, but the loss of electricity.
We're moving over to another cooler. This power's going to be shut off.
If the water edges above this transformer, Lowell Light and Power will have to shut down.
We have had volunteers who have mobilized. We put together a flyer. We have gone door to door to let folks know that power may be shut down as early as this evening.
Our problem is we have a lot of people coming into town just to see what's happening in the city of Lowell.
Also shut down during a state of emergency tonight, Lowell's iconic Main Street.
So if you don't live here, please stay away at this time. We'll have lots of pictures and things like that, but right now all the traffic is hindering what we're trying to do.
All right, back out here live in downtown Lowell, and joining me now, City Manager Mark Howe, Police Chief Barry Getz, and I understand that you have some good news for us this evening.
Yes, we do. Based on the latest projections from the National Weather Service, we do not believe we're going to have a power outage or that we're going to have to shut power down on the east side of the city.
What are those revisions that you've got?
It's the new projections from the National Weather Service. We think we're going to get about 4 more inches, that the crest is going to rise about another 4 inches. It would have taken about 10 inches for us to get to the point where we would have to shut power down, and we just don't think that we're going to have to do that. We warned residents. We wanted to let them know that that was a possibility, but right now we don't think that that's going to happen.
All right, very good. Chief, turning to you for a second, the importance of people staying out of here as you try and get crews in and out of places.
Right now we've got Main Street shut down. We're only allowing access to residents, business owners, and personnel who may be coming in to assist with repairs of furnaces and things like that. So it's very important. We've got to be able to get our emergency vehicles back and forth across town, and we've had experienced quite a problem with that earlier in the day with the number of people coming out to look at the flooding. So we'll have lots of pictures, we'll be posting them, we'll produce some videos, lots of news coverage of it. If you cannot all stay out of here, we would appreciate that. We've got a lot of people trying to recover.
All right, very good. That's the latest here from Lowell. We'll continue to keep an eye on this situation. Good news about the power not going out. It was looking like it could have been a very long night here in Lowell. Live, Steve Kelso, 24-hour News 8.